Being on tour is fucking horror.
Welcome to reality.
I'm Jennifer Haben from Beyond the Black. I'm Jules. I sing and write for SETYÖURSAILS.
Are you serious?
I didn't know anything. That 1 hour that you're playing is awesome. Everything before and after can be the worst thing you can imagine.
I'm a little bit nervous, as you can see.
I'm Jennifer Haben from Beyond the Black, and I have a band that is symphonic melodic metal. Yeah, I'm Jules. I sing and write for SETYÖURSAILS, and we're here on tour with Beyond the Black. We are in Stuttgart, and I don't even know how the venue is called. Do you know it? Wagenhalle? Okay. The first time I was singing in front of people was when I was 4 years old, and then I went to a choir, and I think after half a year I got some solo stuff, so I got my first experience on stage. I did some projects, some casting stuff. I think the first casting was at Kika, a children's channel in TV. With 14 years old I got my first band, like it was a German pop band, but I'm actually very happy that we just did it like 1 year. It was not really what I wanted to do, but I got a lot of experience back then, so it was really helping me for whatever came after that.
My thoughts in songs of love and death. Come and feel me, steal me, save me from myself. For my love, wandering, heart is yours to have. Come and join my voice in songs of love and death.
My dad used to listen to a lot of AC/DC and stuff like that, so he pretty much introduced me when I was like, I don't know, 5, 6 or something. So I remember listening to CC Top and AC/DC and Iron Maiden and all these bands in our living room and rocking very hard. I was so fascinated by that power, and the people, the crowd gave it back, and I was like, that's so cool. I want to do it myself.
We found some really cool scenes from your history,
Yeah.
so that we would like to show you, and like feel free to express whatever you feel.
There can be miracles when you believe. When you believe.
Actually, the girl singing with me was born 10 minutes from me, so it's like the same area. I mean, we've been in the same choir. So yeah, and she won the contest after me, and that was really funny. So we knew each other very, very well. Her sister was my best friend in the kindergarten, so it's kind of connected.
All belongs
everything.
together.
Yeah.
Crazy, okay.
Yeah.
You and you believe.
I think the last time I've seen that was 10 years ago or something. But I always loved that kind of music, and I still love it. And I think that it was a great duet in general. So.
Did you know that something like metal exists, or could you ever imagine being in a metal band at the end of the day?
Back then, I don't know. I found the love to metal in my first band, actually, so it must have been a little bit earlier. My brother was coming with an Evanescence song, Bring Me to Life, and he wanted to do that with me, and I think that was like the first step into
So
all
he
of
was
this.
rapping and you were the...
Yeah, he wanted to, but it was in the end of the band, so we didn't really have the chance to do it, but we practiced it, so yeah.
And I guess there's no videotape existing.
No, actually not. I don't know how it started. I think I was at a concert. I think it was A Day to Remember back in the days, and I was with a friend, and we were standing in a crowd, and then people started shouting. It was like between the sets of the bands. And then I somehow started screaming, and everyone around me turned around and was like, the fuck was that? I was like, oh my God, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can shout, maybe I can scream. And then I tried it out and it worked. Not at the beginning, but with a little bit of practice, I managed to not ruin my voice completely.
Yeah. We also brought a little surprise for you. We want to give you the tablet in the.
I'm scared.
Just like a 1 minute video.
Do I have to watch myself? Oh, holy shit. Do we really have to listen to it too? Like, isn't the visual enough?
You ready?
Yeah, no, but yeah. Oh.
So fucking time!
Andre! Look at this.
Step back, you fuck! That's the way you talk! Every breath you take is breath to run! So shut the fuck up! Your face! Scratch this! No match but a bitch! Be a reason to exist! Go the fuck! Son! And I'm so fucking done!
I think it was our first show ever. Yeah, that was insane. There were probably like 50 people in a room or something. And like everything, your face makes me. Nothing's coming. Like, because of course they don't know the song. It was a first gig. I was so motivated, like writing songs like crazy all the time, and we just wanted to play. And we did everything that we could to manage that. So we played everything possible. Every little show, even if there were 20 people or something, we played it. We didn't give a fuck. It was hard to prove that we had potential, because at that time we were just writing at home. Songs weren't that good. We didn't really know what we were doing. We were just trying to get something out. And but I knew at that point that I could write better songs. I knew it, but I didn't have the tools, or I didn't know how to do it. And that was hard. And then of course you have to play, especially as a woman, proving yourself every day, every night, in front of every band you ever played with, every crew member, every member of the venues. You get there, you arrive, and people assume you're like, I don't know, maybe the girlfriend of that, or the merch girl, or whatever. I always get mistaken with the merch girl at fun. Now, not now, but back in the days. And the funny thing is, before we played, or before we had sound check, especially the people working at the venue were always like this. And we're like, yeah, just do your thing, you know. It's a woman, you know. And then after sound check, every single time after sound check, when I screamed into it and I gave full-time power, everyone was like, holy shit, what's that? And then they come up to me, they go like, oh, I didn't know. And then suddenly they respect you. You can see a huge difference. It's very crazy. And then suddenly they, hey, if you need something, just let me know. Very cool stuff, you know. Hi. So as you can hear, it's very quiet in the backstage rooms.
Yeah.
This is our backstage with different people here, and another quiet room. Backstage rooms on your right, and more backstage rooms, and support rooms, and crew rooms. And this is the way to the catering and the stage. It's always long walks to reach any room. Oh yeah, we can film our merch guy. He's one of the funniest persons in the entire world, and I really love this dude. This is Beko. Say hi, Beko.
Hi, Beko.
So he's preparing our merch.
Yes.
Folding shirts, setting everything up so we can make some money.
This is our newest one for this tour. It's a Medusa design. Best-selling shirt on this tour.
That's my favorite. We finally have it in black.
It's super high quality too.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I believe it's also fair trade and all that shit, and like it's heavy cotton, so an oversized fit, yeah. And our latest vinyl which is also 2 years old already. But yeah, oh, we have signed copies. Yeah, we have signed copies at the merch every night, 10 pieces each. Also, Beyond the Black already set it up their stuff. Very cute team. Thank you so much. This is actually where Beyond the Black is doing their VIP stuff later. They're doing an acoustic thing. There, actually, you can see how good Jennifer actually is, because she sings 100% like on record. It's insane. Now we're at the stage, so we already prepared our stuff. We have our drums already set up. It's not the final setup, but we have it prepared. So as soon as they are done with their sound check, we are setting our stuff up on stage, doing sound check. Yeah, it has to be very quickly because time is very short.
And very loud.
And very loud. We also have VIP parking. In case you cannot find a parking place, you can just park directly in the venue. Catering. So, yeah, food. More food. And musicians from Beyond the Black. There's not very much you can show here, actually. It's just food. But it's pretty cool in here.
Crazy, you have basically no spot to just chill. It's always sound, It's always noise, it's always people. Like, I think I could, like, I don't know, do you sometimes hide on the nightline or something?
Yeah, 100%.
I would do the same.
Yeah. I can show you where I'm hiding, actually, if you want to. Yeah. Take a sheesh. Take a sheesh. Please, take a sheesh. Usually the nightliners stand right in front of the venue. Sometimes it's not possible, especially as support. I think they closed the way. I think we have to go, okay, we have to go somewhere else.
But is this already your nightliner?
No.
No?
Being on tour is so romanticized. It's overly romanticized. Like, people think you're in our backstage right now. How is it? Is it party? Is it cool? Is it special? It's a room. And it's a good backstage. It's by far, by now, the best backstage that we have. You don't get to sleep. You don't get to eat. You have to play every single night. You have to put on a show. Doesn't matter if you're in a good state, if you're feeling good, if you don't feel good, if you have energy, if you don't have energy. People expect that you're 100% there. And that's fucking exhausting. Plus, you have to manage social media. You have to upload something. You have to create something. You have to cut something. You have to do reels. Your management calls you, hey, you have to post something. Just leave me the fuck alone. You have no privacy. You're in a fucking nightliner with, I don't know, 9 to 20 people. It's fucking horror, sometimes. And that 1 hour that you're playing is awesome. It gives you everything, but everything before and after can be the worst thing you can imagine. Maybe not for everyone, but for me personally, it's fucking exhausting. I always try to stay positive and be, happy about being able to do that job. But of course, there's a lot of stuff happening besides singing, songwriting. Most of the time, it's too much of the other stuff. I would love to have more time for the actual music. I hate social media, I'm sorry. I hate it.
It's a lot.
I would really delete my account if I could. So, because you compare and all the time that you need for that, I really don't like it. But of course, that's the only way nowadays how we can show the people our stuff. Being at home, trying to do all of that stuff is the most difficult thing. That's Beyond the Black's nightliner. This is like I think one of the most luxurious nightliners I've ever seen. Yeah, but it's fucking great.
We can first take a look in yours, but I'm wondering what's the difference.
You will see in a minute what's the difference. Yeah. No, as support, we cannot avoid a huge nightliner. Mm-hmm. We also cut off our crew 50%, so we don't have that much. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Wow.
Yeah, living the dream. Living the dream, people. Welcome to reality. There's one rule, there's no shoes in the bus.
That's fair.
Well, you can, you can go. I'm gonna check if someone's in there first.
Okay.
You can leave your shoes on and you can just walk up to there and maybe film. Well, there's not so much to film in anyway, so.
It's really just like to sleep.
It's just for sleeping, yeah,
no
but.
Table or anything.
Yeah, we have a back lounge. I can open it up.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, you have one table.
Yeah, that's the back lounge.
But of course, the Uno has to be there.
Yeah, we played it. We had a couple beers and played Uno, and it was fucking hilarious.
Nice. Who won?
We all won.
Of course. The fun
Once, actually, everyone
yeah?
won in a different round. Yeah, yeah. But actually, even in a big nightliner, as a band, you don't have much more space actually, because you have to share. Like there's 20 people or something in there. You know, you don't have that much more space.
So that's basically the life of a touring musician. You go from city to city every night, show up at a new venue you haven't been before. You need to figure out where everything is, where to put your stuff, find a shower, find somewhere to sit, eat, chill, get ready, and then do a show, pack up, 2-3 a.m., sleep on a bus, arrive at the next venue, and then again for 4 weeks, a whole month. That's crazy.
Do you know that we as a band have to pay for instance, have to pay for the nightliner ourselves? And we're talking about a lot of 10,000s of euros.
Crazy.
And for us as a small band, that's just one thing that we have to pay. We also have to pay for the crew. We have to pay for the bus, we have to pay for the gas, we have to pay for the driver, we have to pay for hotels. If we have an off day, we have to pay for that. We pay for everything. And at the end of the day, you see how much money you spend. You just really, if you show it to a normal person, they go like, what the fuck, are you serious?
Can you live from making music right now?
No, we're at a point where we can finally pay ourselves out, but it's not like we could live from that. We all have normal jobs. You know, I'm a social worker, for instance. Andrea is web designer. I don't even know what Nikolai does. He does something for a living, I don't know. And Henna is tour manager, actually. He's a full-time tour manager, and he's on tour constantly. The boys all have other jobs still. And I got some things around Beyond the Black that I'm happy that I can do just Beyond the Black. And yeah, I have Patreon and stuff, so that's how it works. I don't think it would work out if I would have a job. So someone needs to be there, do all the interviews and all the promotion stuff and being in front of the camera. And I'm doing all the financial stuff as well. And yeah.
So we saw the first slip was 2017. We just said it's almost 10 years ago. We also found was then not difficult to find, but another one from a big show you played last year.
Oh, okay.
I hope now the audio is working.
Oh yeah, okay. The rain. Yeah, that's a different level, I'd say. Different vibe. Yeah, that's a better video than the first one. Yeah, that was Wacken last year. And that's a milestone, you could say. I mean, every band who starts wants to play Wacken at some point, of course. So we were so happy when we got the offer for Wacken. And of course, we were like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah. Unfortunately, when we started playing, exactly in the same second, rain started pouring. It was very extreme. Not raining, it was fucking boring. Very sick, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
very great video, I would say. Let's see what you think of this. It's over 10 years ago.
2014. Shy girl. Still, but not, yeah, I got my stuff. Really trying to do my best here. I remember we've been 3 days at Wacken. It was the very first show we ever did. And I was not eating for 3 days because I was too, nervous. That was crazy. Also because after the band before, I had like 4 years of trying to find out what I want to do. So what kind of music I want to do and stuff. And I was writing a lot of songs in different directions. Then after 4 years of writing and deciding what genre it will be, to show that to the people on such a stage, that was freaking me out. But the people liked it. Next year we were playing the same stage and the tent was full packed and nobody could get in anymore. So, whew.
So you described yourself as shy. How would you describe yourself back then, and how would you describe yourself now? Like, what has changed over the years? How did you develop?
I was always a shy girl. I never really talked a lot. Always singing, and the crazy thing is when you see videos of me in my choir solo singing on stage, you see me singing with like super comfortable and stuff, and then somebody after the song asked me, "What's your name?" And me, that's it. I did not say a thing. Okay. Nothing. Not my name, nothing. And that was me.
In 1 hour into the show, how do you feel like in these moments before the big stage comes to you?
Stressed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, soundcheck is never 100% what you expected it to be. So we had some things that weren't working, and we're a little stressed, but it's gonna work out. Now I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna drink Jägermeister, and then it's gonna be good. And then 5 minutes before it starts, I'm completely focused, and then it's just like bam, 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 bam.
I'm now just resting a little bit. It was a little bit stressful today because we were late in the venue, but everything else now, getting a moment for myself, and then doing the makeup, dressing up, having production meeting. We always have that before the show. And then, maybe being a little bit nervous.
Welcome to the Bad Blood era.
I think she was like 15 or something, and she walked up to me. She was at a lot of concerts, like, I don't know, 20 concerts or something in a row, and then she walked up to me and she said, your music literally saved my life, and because I can relate to the lyrics and I don't have any friends. I have a lot of problems at school and stuff, but I feel so at home when I'm at your shows, and she's always 100% into it. She's screaming, she's crying, she's doing everything, and like having that one person, even before you go on stage and you look into their faces and they're so excited for you to come on stage, and you're always like, it's just me, chill, you know? It's just, we're just normal people, we're just making music, we're just on the other side of the stage, but we're all the same. And if you feel that, it gives you so much energy, and it makes it so worth all this trouble being on tour. And it's breaking! I think it's in my blood, really. It's my nature to be very aggressive and forward and like challenging, and I just like involving people. I don't know, I think, as I already said earlier, we're just on the other side of the stage, but we all just want to have a great time, you know? It is tough, of course. I'm done after that. I mean, I'm like, after every show, maybe you can film it later. I would go down from the stage and I will have my water prepared with, I don't know, some supplements in it. And I would just be sitting like this, and I will need like 5 to 10 minutes to just, yeah, it's fucking exhausting, but you get the energy back, and that gives you so much action and adrenaline that you just keep going. I could never just like this, you know, I have to get it out. Need you to set me free, or break what's last time.
Where do you see yourself and SETYÖURSAILS develop in the coming years?
Bigger headliner shows, of course, but not necessarily only because it's bigger shows. I also want to have bigger production. I really want to do something special. Also, we have some ideas for a while that we want to do it, and appear as a way bigger band than we actually are, to make it a little bit cooler and bigger and, I don't know, more aggressive and, yeah, put on a great show. I personally want to see myself happy in my personal life, which I am right now, but I just want to, you know, really settle down. I'm very relaxed, you know. If it works out, it works out. If not, then not. It's also cool for me, you know. But I think we have something in store still. Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. The next 2-3 years are gonna be intense and sick, and a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more political, and yeah, I'm excited for that chapter. I think it's gonna be sick.
I'm a little bit nervous, as you can see, and excited. We're ready to go.
Ja, was mir so bei Jennifer Haben besonders gut gefällt, ist ihre kraftvolle Stimme. Sie macht jeden Song einfach zu etwas Besonderem.
Ihre Stimme. Tatsächlich war es total die Stimme von Jennifer und da bin ich hängen geblieben. Und dann das erste Konzert und dann war es um mich geschehen.
Also bei Jennifer finde ich krass, dass sie einfach Power in ihrer Stimme hat und dann auch diese gefühlvollen Passagen unglaublich singt.
Ich finde es sehr schön an der Band, dass sie sehr sympathisch sind, trotz ihrem Erfolg sich Zeit nehmen für ihre Fans. Ich höre ihre Musik sehr gerne und ich glaube, ihr wisst manchmal gar nicht, welchen Einfluss ihr auf eure Fans habt damit. Weil ihr mir zum Beispiel zweimal sehr, sehr geholfen habt durch eure Musik. Ich habe einen eurer Liedtitel bildlich tätowieren lassen und ein zweites Tattoo ist in Planung und das zweite Tattoo lasse ich mir von euch signieren und mir die Signatur tätowieren.
Drift where truth once stood, and silence breaks beneath the wings. Do not lose hope just yet. Ravens are coming.
She's crazy good. I truly believe, I don't, you know, I really mean this 100%. I believe that she is the best female vocalist that we have in Germany. Is crazy. She's got such a crazy control over her voice. She knows 100% what she's doing, what she's not doing, and it's such an honor to be to share this tour with her and with her entire band.
Hysteria.
here today, would you say you live your dream?
Of course, I'm living my dream. I can sing and I can have special moments with the people in front of the stage. And I always wanted to make people smile. And I found a letter from the not kindergarten, I think primary school, when I was writing what I want to be my job. And I said, I want to be a singer and I want to make people smile with my singing. And that's what I'm basically doing.
Shot you the video. If you also think now 11 years further, where do you see yourself or wish?
Gosh.
Where would you be at this point?
I don't try to think that far. I'm just taking the next step and then it's fine. If it's like one step up, I'm happy. But of course it would be nice to play the whole world, to make it financially okay, and then I'm happy. Yeah.
How was it?
It was great, actually. People were loud, they had fun, we had fun. So, yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. Queen again. You.
Hey, das war ein brutalen Show. Hey, du warst ein brutalen Show.
To all of you, like the fans, also the haters, the people who doubted you along the way, what message you will send out to the world?
To the haters, fuck you, and to the rest, just keep doing what you do. I mean, people are gonna hate you for everything you do, it doesn't matter. It's just important that you do what you love to do, and as long as it's authentic, I think it's gonna work out, and you have to be happy with it.
For our supporters, thank you so much. We, as Beyond the Black, couldn't survive without you guys. So thank you so much for your support, and also to listening to our music and coming to live shows, buying merch, all of that stuff that keeps us alive. So thank you so much.
Last question, what impact do you want to have on the metal scene or on people that listen to your music?
What impact? I just want them to be happy and to think about the stuff that we're talking about, and to be kind to each other. So that is the main thing that I want. And let's escape a little bit from the reality when we're together.
Schnell, Jenny is ready. Jenny is ready. You have to hurry up. Quick.
Hello. You can do that in English if you want to.
Today we're gonna measure the loudest scream we've ever heard.
86.8 decibels with like 2 meters distance.
87.2.
116.7.
Loudest scream we've ever heard. Don't start with Alex Terrible. If we ever interview him, we're gonna do the same thing. But this is still by far the loudest we've ever heard.